When I first got engaged to her, I thought my life was finally falling into place. We had been together for almost 4 years, and our bond seemed unshakable. She was charming, ambitious, and made me believe that we were building a future worth fighting for. I loved her with everything I had, and she always claimed she felt the same. But deep down, I think I ignored little red flags along the way. Things started to shift subtly. She became more distracted, often glued to her phone, smiling at texts she didn't want to show me. At first, I thought it was stress from work or wedding planning. I kept telling myself she just needed space, and I didn't want to suffocate her by being overprotective. Trust was the foundation of our relationship, or so I believed. One evening, she asked if we could talk. I was expecting maybe a discussion about delaying the wedding or finances, but her words cut deeper than I ever imagined. She said she wanted a break. My heart sank. I pressed her for a reason, and after some hesitation, she admitted there was someone new. She claimed she was confused and needed time to figure out her feelings. I felt my entire world collapse. The woman I was about to marry, the one I thought I would grow old with, was openly admitting that another man had her attention. My chest felt heavy, my throat tight. I asked her straight if she loved him, and she didn't deny it. She just looked away in silence. That silence said more than words ever could. I could have begged her to stay or tried to fight for the relationship, but in that moment, something inside me snapped. I realized that if she could even entertain someone else while planning our future, then her love for me was never as strong as I thought. I told her calmly that if she needed space, she would have all the space in the world, because I wasn't waiting around. That night, I packed a bag and stayed at a friend's place. Over the next week, I made one of the hardest decisions of my life. I quit my job, broke the lease on my apartment, and moved to another city entirely. I needed distance, not just from her, but from the memories that haunted every street, every cafe, every corner we had once shared together. In the new city, life was lonely at first. I didn't know anyone, and the nights were the hardest. I'd lie awake replaying her words, wondering how everything unraveled so fast. Sometimes I'd scroll through old photos of us, questioning whether any of it had been real. But with time, the pain dulled, and slowly I started finding myself again. I threw myself into work and personal growth. I started going to the gym, picked up new hobbies, and focused on becoming the best version of myself. For the first time in years, I wasn't living for someone else's approval. I was living for me. The emptiness she left began to fill with pride and self-respect. Months later, she reached out. Her messages started casually, asking how I was doing, but then turned into long apologies. She admitted the new guy wasn't what she thought he was. She said she missed me, that she realized what she had lost. Reading those words, I felt a strange mix of anger and pity. There was a time when her apology would have meant the world to me, but now, I saw her for who she truly was, someone who threw away love for a fleeting thrill. I didn't reply. She had her chance, and she made her choice. Instead, I focused on the new friendships I had built and the sense of freedom I had gained. For the first time in a long while, I felt light. No more lies, no more doubts, just peace. It wasn't easy to get there, but moving to a new city gave me the fresh start I desperately needed. Every so often, I think about what we could have been. But then I remind myself that loyalty is priceless, and once it's broken, there's no going back. Her betrayal may have shattered me, but it also rebuilt me stronger than before. In a way, she did me a favor. If she hadn't betrayed me, I would still be living in a lie, blind to the truth of who she really was. Now I know better. I know that love isn't about words, it's about actions, and hers never matched mine. Life in the new city isn't perfect, but it's mine. I've learned to let go, to forgive without forgetting, and to move forward without looking back. She may have been my fiancée once, but she no longer has any power over my heart. And though it hurt like hell to lose her, walking away was the best decision I ever made.